going on, kings and queens? Thanks for jumping on another episode of Creating Young Success. My name is Noah Wooten. Thanks for spending the time to watch this podcast. On this show, we look to go ahead and inspire new, young, and, experienced entrepreneurs of different ways they can create success in their lives through different things that I went through and other people that I interview on this show. And so today it's just me, and I really want to talk about this concept that, I've kind of created for myself going through my career and my journey of entrepreneurship, and it's really about the three main reasons that I have been able to create success in my life. You see, for me, I was somebody who, maybe you guys don't really know too much about my backstory, but for me, I was somebody who from the ages of 14 to 16 years old, I was in and out of juvenile detention center. I had been arrested over 20 times. I mean, I was just a total juvenile delinquent, you could say. I had a terrible relationship with my parents. I had a terrible relationship with my teachers, my friends, my cousins and aunts and uncles and everybody like that. All right. Following that, I was somebody who, and the whole reason I was committing these different crimes and doing these bad things was because I wanted to make money was one reason. The other reason is because I wanted to, be cool and different things like that. All right. Then I started selling a bunch of weed later on in my life after I stopped going to jail, and I kind of, figured out things a little bit better for myself. I started selling a bunch of weed from like 17 to it was about like 16 to a little bit after I turned 18. I was selling weed, all because I wanted money, because I wanted to live a lavish, luxurious life, and I just didn't know how to get there, right? And I kept trying, and I tried throughout that time of 14 to 18 when I was committing all these crimes and basically failing with everything. There was times in my career where I tried to learn how to invest in crypto effectively. I tried to learn how to trade HFX, Forex. I tried to learn how to trade day trade in the stock market on literally apps like Webull and all these different things, right? I also joined network marketing. I tried to make money network marketing. Tried to build out an e-commerce store, right? None of those things worked, right? And so, for me, it was just a consistent circle, right? This circle of me trying something, it not working, and going back to things that, resorting to things that got me into trouble, then having to try and get a little bit better, trying something again, failing, resorting back to, other ways that didn't treat me or my family or, myself right and got me into trouble, right? And so it was just this consistent circle that I was just running into my whole entire life, right? And so there's three reasons how I've been able to go that I believe. The concept is there's three main reasons that I've been able to change my life and start seeing success in my life, okay? And I want to share, these three main reasons with you. Before I get into them, though, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop a comment, for making it this far already. Go ahead and like the video. Show some love. It helps me out a lot to, continue to build content for you guys just like this, because at the end of the day, I'm already making the money. I already have a nice car. I have a nice apartment here in Paramount, Miami World Center in Miami, Florida, where I literally have an elevator that takes me up directly into my apartment, valet, so, of course, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm already having the level of success, right, that, most people would want. So, these concepts and, these podcasts and these videos that I'm making, guys, they're for you, right? They're for the guy who's not making over $10,000 a month, or, for the guy that's running into issues in their business, or girl, right? And they want to scale up. They want to do bigger and better things in their life, right? So make sure you show some love. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel so, we can continue to roll out videos just like this. All right. So getting back to the main concept that I really want to talk about today, which is going to be the three reasons that I have been able to create success in my life and change my life. Okay. And so like I was explaining earlier, I was consistently running into this circle, right? Trying, resorting to things that, were hurting me, or were, a threat to my life, and then just back at it again. And I tried to do different things like trading, network marketing, e-commerce, and they never worked out. Okay. And now, like I was explaining to you, being somebody who has the success now, but didn't have it then, right? I understand how to be. So if I had to restart, I know exactly what I would do. And that's what I'm here to share with you today. Okay. I know what would take somebody from, running into that circle and not being able to make it out the rat race or whatever you want to call it, to being able to have success in your life or being able to change your life, right? And these three concepts of how to create success in your life honestly can go for, not even monetary, aspects of your life. You can use this to better yourself in the gym. You can use this to better yourself, spiritually. You can use this to better yourself relational wise. You can use this to better yourself, health wise, whatever it is, right? These three concepts are very powerful, but all combined, which I'll get more into, of how you can really start to take control of your life. Okay, this is literally everything that I ever needed to be able to go from where I was to where I am today. And I promise you, if you take these three concepts, it will change your life. Okay. So the three main concepts, or the concept in total, is going to be combined of three specific topics. All right. To be able to create success in your life and change your life in any industry, in any area. All right. Number one is going to be your industry. Okay, now I'm going to dive deeper into these, but I'm going to recap on all three topics right now. Okay, number two is going to be your environment. Okay, and then number three is going to be your habits. Okay, and so those are the three ways I have been able to create success and change my life by, picking an industry that has the level of success in it that I desire. Okay, then by going ahead and getting around the environment of people that are having success in the industry in the industry that I chose, that has the level of success that I desire, right? And then fixating and changing my daily routines and my daily habits to what those that are having success in the industry that I picked are doing. Okay, and so it's a very simple concept, and it's not complicated at all, but it's very, very powerful when you really understand it. Okay, and so the thing is you talk about the industry, talk about the environment, talk about your habits. You can't have one thing I want to let you know is you can't have all two. You can have two, but not the other one. You can't have one but not have the other two. You have to have all three, and it has to be in a specific order to make sure that it works for you. So the first things first is knowing the industry that you're going to get into, picking the industry, okay? And the industry has to match, a few things that match up with you, right? One is going to be, are people in that industry making the level of money that you want to make in a perfect life for yourself? Okay. Now, second, you also have to consider is maybe they're making the money that you want to make, but they don't have the freedom that you want in your life, right? So you got to, check out all of these different areas of how often are these individuals working in that industry? How much money are they making? How much free time do they have? How many vacations can they take a year? What kind of cars do these people drive, right? How are their relationships with their friends or their family and different things like that, right? Do they travel with their work? All those different things you have to take into consideration when choosing an industry, okay? And then eventually you can find, quickly, if you really go over those specific things, you'll be able to know what industry is right for you, right? For a common thing is Forex trading, right? Forex trading, you're able to make a lot of money. You're able to be really free with your time. You only got to work an hour or 2 hours a day, right? And Forex traders are, usually driving really nice cars. They're taking tons of vacations. They're wearing flashy things, and they're able to speak on stage and help people and build a community where they're able to give back, right, to, other young and aspiring entrepreneurs or new Forex traders, right? So that's just one concept right there, right? And so first things first is you have to pick an industry that matches your level of success, lifestyle and income of who you want to become in this life. And it can be anything. All right. Now, once you have found that industry, the next thing that you have to go ahead and do is you have to get around the right environment. Okay. So, what do I mean? If you are, wanting to become a Forex trader, or if you want to become a doctor, or if you want to become, a business owner, right? Maybe you want to run a car rental company or a car dealership, right? What you need to get around is the owner of a successful, we'll use the example of owning a car dealership, right? Maybe you want to be in the industry of vehicles or a car dealership or something like that. You need to be around at least one successful business owner that's running a car dealership, right? That is living the life you want to live, making the money you want to live, has the lifestyle that you want to have, right? And be around him, or be around a community. Because there's a lot of industries, maybe not, the vehicle industry, so to say, itself, right? But other industries like sales, like network marketing, like Forex trading, like e-commerce. There's a lot of different communities out there that you can join where there's an environment already created of individuals that are having success in that specific field. Okay, there's also many different business conferences, events, masterminds that you can go out to and be in that environment of that industry. If you look up events according to your industry, you'll be able to find many different things, right? Sales events, right? Trading events. I've even seen events for doctors. I've seen events for construction people. I've seen events for solar people. I've seen events for business owners. I've seen events for transportation and trucking, right? So there's tons of environments out there, right? And so after you know the industry, you want to get around the environment, right? Now, the environment is not just people in the industry. You want to be around people that are winning, or that are winning at the level that you desire to win at some point or another in your life. Or you're getting around people that have the levels of success in that industry that you desire at some point or another in your life. Okay. And then once you are around that environment, you're consecutively around them on a day-to-day basis. If it's literally being their assistant, holding the door for them, or working right below them, or working for them inside of their company, you just have to be around them as much as possible. Now, once you are around them as much as possible, then you move to the third point of, the concept. So the third part of this concept that I've created, of creating success in your life, or how to take control of your life, or the 3 reasons I've been able to create success in my life, is the habits. Okay. And so once you've picked that industry that matches, the things that are interesting to you, the level of success that you want to have in your life, the lifestyle that you can have in your life, and the monetary or the level of income you want to have in your life. Once you pick that industry that meets all of your requirements and your interest and the level of incomes you want, and then you've been able to find the community and the environment of the people that are having the level of success or having the results that you desire in the industry that you choose, then you move into the habits. Okay, and this is the third and final point. It's a very simple concept, but now that you're hanging around all these people that are having the level of success in your industry, right, that you desire to be successful in, all you do is you literally understand all of their habits. What are their day-to-days looking like? For every industry, it's going to be different, right? But for example, you got to understand and mimic everything to a T, right? You don't have to mimic it to a T, but you really got to understand, well, what time are these people waking up at? Right? What are they doing with their free time? What kind of materials are they reading? What kind of books are they reading? What kind of things or podcasts are they listening to? What do they study? Right? What do they do with their free time? What kind of friends do they have? What kind of people do they hang out with? What do they do on the weekends? What do they do on the day-to-day? Do they work hard? Do they work 4 hours? Do they work 10 hours, right? What do they wear? How do they talk? How do they walk? How do they hold themselves? All right. All these different things. You really have to understand, the individual and study the individual to a T that's having success in the industry that you desire. And once you understand that, once you know about, what it's going to take for that person to have success, then you change your habits. Okay. So you've already gotten into the right industry, the right vehicle that, matches with your level of success. You've gotten around the right environment that you can now use as an accountability partner, as people to motivate you, people to inspire you, people to, push you along your, path to success, or along your entrepreneurship career, as well as you've now been able to understand their habits, mimic their habits, build a routine, build some discipline, build a set schedule around, what those people are doing. That's when your success is undeniable in any industry. And that's the concept right there, right? Because when you figure out that, and when you understand this, and you really go ahead and believe in the power of just these 3 points, that's when you really become in control of your life, because you can go to any industry, right? You can go ahead and figure out how to get around the right people. You can figure out how to go ahead and follow the right, contribute to, get in the right community, get around the right environment, and then go ahead and really understand the habits of those individuals. Then you can really dominate any industry just by a simple 1, 2, 3 method. And of course, it's not, all to say, that easy. You're just going to start becoming a multimillionaire. But the thing is a lot of people are just consistently sitting there, in the room trying to figure out ways, and they just go get the job at McDonald's, right? They never get out there. They never do nothing. They never start seeing results. So they just continue to resort back to what they were doing, right? Now, remember in the beginning how I talked about that circle, right? So, maybe for you, you've been wanting success. You've been desiring success your whole life. You've been telling everybody and yourself and your mom and your sister, whatever it is, that you want to make money. You want to be somebody of big impact, right? And every time you try something, it just falls out. Right? It doesn't work. So then you resort, or you continue to work that job at McDonald's or whatever it is that you're doing. Right? But if you're somebody who wants to make that shift, you want to make that change, these are the 3 main keys that I have been able to make that shift in my life, make that change in my life, and really go ahead and take control of who I am and who I want to become, and actually create success inside of my life. So just to reiterate it, you have to pick the right industry that matches who you want to become. With me saying that doesn't mean a lot of money. It just means, who do you want to be in life? You know who you want to be in life. You know what you like. You have to pick the right industry, the right vehicle that people in that industry are living the life that you want to live. Okay? Now, after you pick the industry, you go ahead and find the community. If it's mentorship, if it's business conferences, if it's an online Discord chat or community or Telegram chat or whatever it is, right? You find the environment. If it's working inside the office with them, it's working as their assistant or working as their sales rep, you get around that environment. Now, once you're around the environment, now you're able to leverage the environment to be your accountability partner, and to be able to understand how those successful people in the industry that you desire to have success in are operating. Then you change your habits, right? So for me, before, I was playing video games. I was waking up whenever. I wasn't studying. I wasn't doing personal development. I was barely working. And obviously my habits, I wasn't hitting the gym, wasn't eating healthy. Obviously my habits weren't the same as people that are successful in the industry that I'm in right now, right? So the moment I started understanding that, that's when I started changing. Okay, well, I'm going to start waking up at, 7 a.m. every day, hitting the gym, read my book, watch my, personal development YouTube videos. Then I'm going to go ahead and study a skill set. For me specifically, it was sales. Then I'm going to work till, 6, 7 p.m., right? Hitting the phones consistently all day long, right? Really understanding the habits, right? And then on the weekends, right? I'm out there networking. I'm out there building relationships. I'm out there going to business conferences and continue to work on myself. For an example, those are habits that I acquired, when getting around the right environment. And the moment that you change the habits is the moment that everything changes in your life. All the results start to change, and you're really able to start that shift, right? Because the problem that most people, just to reiterate it, the problem that most people are running into, guys, is you're trying to start into something, you're not able to catch any traction, and you fall back off, and then you just don't go back to it until, if you ever go back to try being successful again, maybe another 6, 12, 2 years later, 12 months, 2 years later, whatever it is, right? So that's what we're trying to change here with this concept, is so that you can start catching traction. Because once you start catching traction, once you close your first deals, you make your first 5, 10K in a month, whatever it is, you start seeing that, success as an entrepreneur, success as a business owner, success in the industry that you want to be successful in is possible and capable for you as an individual. That's when you're able to go so much harder and really build on that. right? So guys, keep this concept and this method in mind when trying to change your life, or when trying to create success or take control of your life, because I promise you it's not complicated. It's very simplistic, and a problem that people consistently make is making success a very complicated and overdrawn out process or system that you have to go through. It's very simple. It's very it's not complex at all, guys. And so I promise you, if you pick the right industry, you get around the right people, you get the right habits under your belt, you're going to be able to get some traction that then you can build on to really become who it is that God set you to become, or who it is that you feel you need to be in this world, as far as a successful business owner, entrepreneur, salesperson, owner of whatever it is. All right, so go ahead and comment down below your thoughts on this concept. Comment down below some of your favorite takeaways from today's video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, so that we can continue to roll out more videos just like this. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Creating Young Success. Comment down below also some other people you're looking to bring on, and what industries you want me to bring people from, right? And I can go out there and find them for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Talk soon.